Ever wondered how much safer your work at height operations could be? Imagine a world where every potential hazard is detected before it becomes a problem. Meet Tracker AI's smart PTZ camera system. This isn't just any camera, it's a game changer in work at height safety. Safety is paramount, right? It's the foundation of a productive and happy workforce. Despite stringent regulations, accidents still happen. Traditional methods often fall short in preventing these incidents. Enter Tracker AI's smart PTZ. This advanced system is designed to fill the gaps left by outdated safety measures. Tracker smart PTZ cameras deliver unmatched oversight so you can spot hazards before they become accidents. Offering 24/7 monitoring, it detects work at height safety hazards instantly, no matter the time of day or night. Think about it. Real-time monitoring, automated alerts and even fall detection. It's like having a safety manager who never blinks. Real-time alerts trigger immediate action, ensuring that potential dangers are addressed before they escalate. Automated surveillance significantly reduces human error, making your work site safer and more efficient. It even detects PPE and welding work compliance, ensuring that all workers are properly equipped. Ensure every worker goes home safe. That's the ultimate goal, isn't it? Ready to elevate safety? Stay safe, stay smart. With Tracker AI, you're not just upgrading your equipment, you're upgrading your entire safety culture. The Tracker Smart PTZ camera features advanced AI algorithms that are constantly learning and adapting to new safety challenges. With 360-degree rotation and high-definition video, it covers every angle, leaving no blind spots. You can decide which areas to cover, what to detect in each area through a simple online procedure without ever leaving your seat. Through the setup, you can monitor what is happening on the ground in real time remotely. In a recent case study, a manufacturing plant reduced accidents by 40% after implementing our system. Features include night vision, advanced monitoring for PPEs, work at height and welding activities, including real-time analytics, making it a comprehensive safety solution. Our team of experts ensures the highest quality and reliability, constantly innovating to meet your safety needs. Plus, our dedicated support team is here to assist you 24/7, ensuring that you get the most out of your investment. Join the revolution in safety with Tracker AI's smart PTZ camera system. It's time to take your safety measures to the next level. Visit tracker.live to learn more and get started today. Together, we can create a safer, smarter future for everyone.
Welcome to another episode of Hack Lab Podcast, where we explore the minds shaping workplace safety, leadership, and culture. Today, we are honored to host Professor Abans Lal Kaila, retired professor of organizational psychology with 39 years of professional experience. With decades of research and practical experience, Professor Kaila has been instrumental in advancing behavioral-based safety across industries in India, focusing on transformational safety from a compliance checkbox into a living, breathing culture. Today, we'll explore why behavioral safety is essential for creating zero-harm workplaces, how leaders can build psychological safety, and practical strategies organizations can adopt to shift behavior and mindsets. So first, I would like to say thank you, sir, for giving us your time today. And as we start our podcast today, can you please introduce yourself for our audience?
Okay. I am Dr. Kaila. I have worked for about 40 years in the right from the institute, Central Labor Institute, to the university, then in industry, and gone to almost 1,000 locations in India and outside India, and all into behavior-based safety. So you can ask anything, go ahead, and it will be very useful.
Thank you. Thank you Professor. So, to start with, Professor, could you briefly explain what behavioral-based safety is and why it is critical in today's workplace environment?
Yeah, absolutely. It's very important for industry and leaders and anyone organization who want to go ahead and launch behavior-based safety, which is known briefly as BBS. So why it is important and what it is very clear that BBS is essentially it's a behavior science application, and it's not common sense approach, and it is essentially a long term planned intervention. So it is critical for industry because on an average we have seen that 30% unsafe behavior, or we call it at-risk behaviors, exist in the workplaces, Indian workplaces. So each of these at-risk behaviors can cause incidents, accidents. So and as BBS says, behavior-based safety, it means all safety, all incidents are based in behavior. So that is why now we don't say we want zero incident or zero accident. We say we wish to achieve zero at-risk behavior. Yeah.
Sir, I was thinking like what motivated you to come into this field of EBS? What was your motivation?
Okay. Right from the beginning, I am into field of psychology, organizational psychology. So organizational psychology means we are into applied psychology, how we can apply psychology in workplaces, in society, in schools and other places. So being in the Central Labor Institute, which is a Ministry of Labor's premier institution, I was working there to help industry to create safe workplaces. And what is the role of psychology? And behavior, when we say, is essentially psychology, psychological research. Psychology means a scientific approach to understanding the behavioral aspect of safety. So when quite about, I think 35 years back, two gentlemen from America, from US, came to Mumbai and to conduct a 2 days workshop on BBS, behavior-based safety. And it was a big crowd in the five-star hotel, and almost, you can say that more than 150 participants, they joined. And after 2 days, there's nothing, BBS, behavior-based safety, which is so important. BBS essentially means it is to create positive safety culture, and the safety culture term has been coined right after the Bhopal incident or Chernobyl incident in 1984, and now we are almost you can say 42 years ahead, and still industries are looking at how we can launch safety culture, what is the safety culture methodologies, and BBS is a wonderful tool which has been validated across the world in all sectors of the industry. So I took over from there, that how can I started reading the manual and started, connecting with the organizations. So, industries, some of the chemical plants, they responded very well, and I went there and started implementing. See, now it is very important that in the name of safety and safety culture, these are two different terms. And safety is what we say that safety officers, safety professionals in the companies, they do. They take up the safety trainings, they do the safety as per legal requirements. Now, safety culture is safety behavior, behavior based, which every employee has to, observe around and see that anybody doing unsafe behavior, they have to go and talk, have conversation, and educate the person. Safety culture is much broad based term, and that too not in a reactive mode, and not to stop the work, not to shout at the people, not to blame at someone, but it is to talk to the person, care in a caring. That is why we in safety positive BBS positive safety culture we say it is actively caring with human touch. So I took over from that time onward and started going to industry, propagating this behavioral application of safety culture, and it picked on very well. Now it is, you can say, it's more than 30 years that I have written a couple of books on this and published many papers worldwide. And now we have formed a forum of behavioral safety, and there are hundreds of industries are very enthusiastically participating it in, and we can say that definitely there is a increase in the awareness, and there is a people have seen the effect of BBS culture, and yeah, thank you.
Right, sir. So I was just thinking that behavioral based safety is something which runs in the background, which you cannot see immediately, but over a span of 10 years, 20 years, you come to realize that there are certain things which have changed drastically, which was not wearing a helmet or PPE. That's something you can do at whenever you want, but this is more about a human psychology than language.
No, no. Though we say that it's a long-term intervention, but it starts giving result the very day when you have, when you have given the training, when you have, involved the top management, and if they are committed and they have taken it down the level, and when we go to industry, to the organization or a plant or a site, what we do, we involve the key people as lead observers, BBS observers. We tell them what is BBS, what is and what it is not. It's very important to understand what is behavior-based safety and what it is not, what you should not do.
Right,
You know, and then they go to the plant areas, and they do it practically, and they observe the safe behaviors. They also observe the at-risk behaviors, means unsafe behaviors, and they correct it on the spot. And for example, the 2 days back, I was at a public sector in Assam, and we have seen that when employees have gone to the plant area, they have brought the observations, and then when we analyzed it, we found that 67% safe behaviors are there, and 33% at-risk behaviors are there, and they are supposed to not only observe, but they are also supposed to correct unsafe behaviors on the spot, and they corrected all unsafe behaviors on the spot, and as a result the 67% safe behaviors have gone up to 100%. The 33% unsafe behavior or at-risk behaviors have gone to zero, and so it means the result has come immediate. Only you need to repeat it. You need to
right,
do the observations daily, and also you need to increase observers down the level. So that's called implementation. But most industries, what is happening, that they think that why they fail, because they think that it is they just stop after one training. So then it doesn't give the result only comes when you continue implementation as a long-term approach.
right.
Yeah, yeah.
So, like the example which you just shared about Assam, So when they implemented the behavioral based safety practices correctly, the remaining 33 percentage which was at risk was reduced. But can we then say that there's a probability which is like 99% safe now, or how does that work?
Yeah. See, now behavior based safety or safety culture, it is not is not to be narrowly defined. It is to be broadly defined. Now, when we say safety culture, is it depend only on the behavior? No. Behavior
No.
based, yes, we say that behavior is the root cause, but also we have process safety, we have engineering safety, we have cultural safety, we have human factors, we have psychological safety. There are many chapters of safety culture. For example, say psychological safety. It is very easy to understand. See, physical injuries happen sometimes, but psychological injuries, the mental injuries we give to the people every day by shouting at them, being aggressive on them, stopping their work, snatching their gate pass, by reacting to them,
Mhm.
not helping them to understand why they are behaving unsafe and how they can be safe by explaining the rationale of the safe behavior.
Right.
So this is the way you know we definitely can help out.
I understand. So of course there are multiple factors, and it is a it is a uh, tough way to put numbers behind such concepts. So I think it's an ongoing process.
No,
So yeah,
let yeah, let
go
me
ahead.
see. Yeah, numbers. Uh, there are two aspects to it. See, essentially, when we are doing something in the industry, we have to see that it is measurable, you know, and that we can understand through numbers. That is why I mentioned that the we track the monthly trends of safe behaviors. For example, when I say 67% is the safe behavior at the first month, and when we are implementing it further, increasing the number of observers, and the management is reviewing it, rewarding the best BBS observers, then 67% is going up.
Right.
67% safe behavior is going up. So the monthly trend we can see that safe behavior is going up, and 33% what was the at-risk behavior, it is 33%. Then every month it is started going down.
Yeah.
It starts going down. So these behavioral trends, when we monitor the behavioral trends, when we review it across departments, across the organization, across the plant, then we understand, yes, the numbers are revealing that safety culture is developing, and BBS is helping out, and as a result, the consequences that then the negative consequences which we faced as injuries, accidents, incidents, those are also going away,
Right.
diminishing. So that is one aspect. At the same, on the other hand, we have to also see that the how do we understand the human factors. Human factors approach says that people should not only do the job safely, but they should also do it efficiently. So, do they have the required knowledge and skills to do the job safely? So, that and so there are that's how there becomes different aspects to it, to understand, to expand the and process safety aspect. So, it's not behave when we say that. what is the difference between process safety and behavioral safety? You know, process safety, how we control the risk, then we classify the level of the risk. That is highly critical, it is less critical, so it requires immediate attention, or we can wait. But in behavioral safety, when somebody is not behaving safe, is not wearing the helmet, or not tightening the chin belt, or not maintaining the housekeeping, or not following the standard operating procedures, so it can take their life. Even as small, not wearing the helmet can also take life of a person. So in behavior safety, however small is the unsafe behavior, we take it critical, is highly critical. So therefore it requires spot correction. It requires correction of the behavior, unsafe behavior, on the spot. So the BBS observers are trained to go to the field, go to the site area, and you know talk to the people, talk to the employees, contract people, who work at the height, who work in the confined areas, who see that you talk to them positively. You know, so that's how it works.
Right, sir. So, how does psychological safety tie into behavioral safety practices, and what role does leadership play in enabling?
Yeah. See, psychological safety means that if people don't feel comfortable, how they speak up, they won't don't speak up, you know. And the management plays a very key role in empowering the workmen and employees to speak up. When the leaders go to the workplace, go to the shop floor, they engage with the people, they engage actively with the workmen, so the workmen feel comfortable, and they feel comfortable, and they become open to talk about their safety issues or other issues. So here leadership, that's why managers must leave their AC cabins. They must go to the shop floors every day, see that they conduct their toolbox talk, they conduct reverse toolbox talk. They also see, for example, in Steel Authority of India, many companies where we have implemented a behavior-based safety, the top management commitment in behavioral commitment, not just commitment in speech, because managers can speak very well, but the actions are far less. So therefore, the behavioral commitment means that you walk to the shop floor every day, you talk to the workmen, that do they have the sufficient safety resources, do they feel comfortable, so talk to them. That's why BBS is called as big brother safety, not big boss safety.
Okay, I see.
Don't, yeah, talk to the people as a big brother, big sister. In Malaysia, we said it is a big brother, big sister safety.
Right,
When you talk to them as a big boss, your body your body language is different, your words are different, you know you maintain distance from them. But when you talk as a brother or sister, big brother, then your words are soft, you are polite, you give the human touch, the people feel comfortable. So psychological safety essentially requires that how you connect with the people,
right, sir.
how
Uh,
you care for people. Yeah.
so, sir, in your experience, what are the biggest challenges organizations face when they try to implement PBS effectively?
Yeah. See, there are many challenges. We can say that, but few of them are the mindset of the management. If they have the passive approach towards safety culture, and they think that only training will do, then the safety culture will not come. And if they are more focused on profits and production, and then it's very difficult. Mostly what happens in the organizations, they in speech they say safety first, but in practice it is production first. So there is a contradiction in approach. So and when companies are not ready to pursue a safety culture as a long term approach, so that becomes a big challenge. Only mere training does not give you the result. So like that, there are, but in spite of all these challenges, and we have gone to the very complex petrochemical complexes like GAIL, Gas Authority of India. We have gone to SAIL, Steel Authority of India, where 40,000, 50,000 people work in a single plant. We have been very successful, and where challenges become opportunities, you know and the top management and the 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 board of directors review the safety culture numbers. They drive it. They reward the people. They reward who deliver the safety culture, who implement it. Even some of the companies like Thermax and Thyssen Group and Semcop Energy, their CEOs, they walk to the shop floor and reward the best workmen. So, in spite of challenges, challenges are only the mindset game. It can be so that's why where behavior based safety has delivered all over the countries. Only it requires a open mindset for change, and definitely it gives you a safety culture transformation. Yeah.
Right, sir. For organizations which have limited resources,
Yeah.
which may be medium size, small size industries, so what are some simple and practical first steps for adopting BBS?
Very nice. So it's not very complicated. So behavior means it has to be, essentially it has to be a simple approach which anybody, any contract person can do it. So what we say when we go to the plant area, we say that everybody must keep their eyes and ears open. Give at least 5 minutes a day. Do only one observation a day. If there are 400 employees, right from top to the last person in the company, you have 400 people. Give 5 minutes. Give 5 minutes. Do only one observation, and it will, for 400 into 5, it become 2000 minutes. But just saying will not work. It means the HODs, the heads of departments, must drive it. They must see that the everybody working in the department, this observe BBS is linked to their performance. It is linked to their KPIs, and it will be uh, you know it will be evaluated. So that's why we say one observation a day, keep the risk away. And that's why we say behavior donation is better than blood donation. If you give 5 minutes behavior donation from your life, it saves the people from injury and fatalities. So when you give 5 minutes behavior donation is better than blood donation. You don't have to donate the blood. It's very simple technique. And one example is there. One of the gas plant, where the last person, who is the housekeeping lady, she has saved the entire plant, gas plant. And the example is, when she has seen that there is a fire in the grass, the grass has come up and it was not cut, and due to the temperature, the high temperature, the grass has caught the fire, and she has seen it, and she has immediately took the fire extinguisher, and she knew how to handle it, and she
Yeah.
overcome the fire. If she doesn't do it, if she says that it's not my job, and or she go and call somebody, by the time the small fire becomes a very big fire, and the entire gas plant in so many people lose their life, and the so many assets, the national asset, devastated. So what she is a power of observation of the last person in the plant. She's just a horticulture employee, housekeeping employee. She's not much educated, but she only knows that she has to she can control the risk.
Right.
Organization, the leadership has empowered everyone to keep their eyes open and control the risk. So that is why it is written in the ISO 45001 that all organizations must increase their internal risk control, because BBS is not consultant driven. You are not relying on the outside consultant always. You learn it and drive it yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
And also I think there won't be one size fits all kind of a scenario, because I think every situation, every industry, every area where they are located might have different risks. So they have to adjust according to that.
Yeah. Yeah. So this behavior-based safety is a uniform technique which fits all industrial sectors, whether it's a construction company or whether it's a pharmaceutical or any plant, or a power plant. We have seen that this methodology works very well. Only the people have to understand it fully. They must be ready for a long-term commitment, and that's why in Tata projects we have said that more observers, more observations, more corrections. It's that simple. So um, yes, definitely this it is simple but scientific.
Right.
Yeah.
So throughout this conversation, I have felt that we are relying on people a lot. In this approach, there's a lot of reliance on people to make observations, to speak up, to do many things. So, do you think that's kind of a barrier because people do their work? That's what they're paid to do. I mean, how do you change that?
No. See, people are not barriers, and people are the strengths of the company. They are the what. That's why it's a workforce, and it's a driving force. So that's why one of the managing director said, Dr. Kaila, behavior change is very difficult, very complex. I said no. We are talking about organizational behavior. BBS means we cover the entire organization. When I say that 67% behavior is safe, it is it's the entire organization's behavior. It's not one person's behavior. So organizational behavior is not difficult to change. Only one must know the proper intervention, proper methodology. you know
Right.
so it is not a and also people need to understand, people call about human error, human error, that it is not an individual error. It is not that you need to fix the person. No. All human errors can be fixed in the culture, in the culture. So it's a cultural failure. If, for example, somebody is not wearing PPE, so it's not one person. It is a 30% employees are not wearing PPE. So it's a cultural issue. So we need to tackle it as an organizational intervention. Not you can't fix the person, you can't punish one person. You know.
Understood.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it has to be looked at a bigger lens from top-down
yeah.
approach.
Yes, 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 yes.
So, sir, I was just thinking a bit in the future, like we are moving towards AI, we are moving towards automation. So now we have fully automated factories operating maybe in China, coming to India soon. So we, if we are having less workforce to manage, uh, so see, behavioral safety will still play a part, but reducing the number of people from that high risk area is a positive thing going
Yeah,
forward.
yeah. Let me say that yes, definitely we welcome the technology, artificial intelligence, data science approaches. We definitely welcome this. It helps us to create safer workplaces. But let me tell you that cultural transformations, the human transformation, it requires a human interface. It requires human interactions. It requires human touch, you know. So it requires, conversations. It requires care. The CCTV, which, it can capture, but it cannot correct. It cannot speak. So, yeah, so technology can help us build better workplaces, but it cannot replace the human interactions. That is why the behavior cannot be replaced by any technology.
True. Because you can capture data, you can capture images, but in the end, it's a human who needs to talk to another human.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's at the end, it's understanding. It is, talking to the people. It is, it's how you behave. How you have conversation with the people, and then how they they behave better. So that that's why they say all incidents are behavior based. So behavioral intervention is required. Yeah.
So, thank you, Professor, for sharing your valuable insights today on behavioral-based safety and its transformative role in shaping safer workplaces. Your passion for safety as a noble service to humanity and your emphasis on leadership, trust, and continuous learning are truly inspiring. For our listeners, if you are interested in driving a cultural shift in your organization or team, please remember safety starts with small, conscious behavioral changes and consistent leadership. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And thank you, Professor, for giving us your time. To our audience, if you found this episode valuable, please subscribe, leave us a review, and share it with others working to build safer, healthier organizations. Until next time, stay safe, stay curious. Thank you, and have a nice day. Bye.